Have you ever sat on the edge of your bed in the morning? Not because you were in pain, but because your legs just didn't feel ready to carry you yet? You try to stand, but there's a hesitation. Your balance isn't quite there. The strength you used to rely on, just to get dressed, pour coffee, or walk across the room, feels like it's slipping away. If you've noticed that you're moving more slowly, lifting things feels heavier, or your arms get tired more quickly, you're not alone. This quiet decline is something millions of people over 60 experience every day. But here's the important truth. It's not just aging. It's sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. And it's more common and more preventable than most people realize. Sarcopenia doesn't arrive all at once. It sneaks in gently. You lose a little strength here, a little stability there, and slowly it chips away at your independence. But what if I told you your body still has the power to rebuild? Not just through exercise, not just through activity, but while you sleep. That's right. Your muscles do their most important healing and strengthening work during the night, but only if you give them the right tools. And those tools don't come in a pill. They come from food, specifically gentle, nourishing foods that support muscle recovery quietly while you rest. Welcome to Golden Years Wellness, where growing older means growing wiser, stronger, and more in tune with your body's natural rhythms. In today's video, we'll explore 4 powerful bedtime foods that help your muscles repair overnight, reduce inflammation, and restore the strength that time may have taken away. And the last food, simple, silent, and spoonful-sized, might surprise you with how deeply it works. So let's begin with something fuzzy, green, and full of nighttime magic. If muscle repair happens during sleep, the next question is, what can we do to make that sleep more healing? What can we eat, gently, simply, right before bed, that gives our muscles the raw materials they need to rebuild? It turns out, you don't need fancy supplements or complicated meal plans. You just need the right kind of nourishment, at the right time, something small, easy to digest, rich in protein or minerals, and calming to both body and mind. These aren't heavy meals. They're tiny rituals, nourishing gestures that whisper to your body, it's time to rest, time to recover. And over time, these little evening choices add up to stronger legs, to steadier mornings, to feeling more like yourself again. So, in this next part of the video, we're going to explore 4 simple, powerful bedtime foods that can help your muscles rebuild while you sleep. The first one? It's green, a little fuzzy, and surprisingly powerful for both sleep and strength. Let's begin with the humble kiwi. 1 kiwi, a small fruit with a big impact. Let me share a quiet story about a man named George. He's 74, a retired teacher, kind-hearted and soft-spoken. One afternoon, as we sipped tea, near the window, he told me something that stuck with me. I don't really sleep through the night anymore, he said. I wake up tired. My body feels stiff, like it's been bracing for something in my sleep. My legs don't feel steady. My arms feel heavier. I miss waking up feeling ready. He thought it was just age, something to accept. But I asked him to try something simple. Eat 2 ripe kiwis an hour before bed, every night, for 2 weeks. That was it. No supplements. No big diet changes. Just kiwi. 2 weeks later, George called me with a smile in his voice. I don't creak like an old chair anymore, he laughed. My legs feel like they belong to me again. So what makes kiwis so powerful? First, kiwi is one of the few fruits that naturally contains melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. While many people rely on pills, Kiwi provides a gentle, natural source that your body absorbs more smoothly. And studies show kiwi. During deep sleep, your growth hormone is released, inflammation is reduced, and muscle tissue begins to repair. Beyond melatonin, kiwi is rich in antioxidants, which help reduce oxidative stress, a major factor in aging and muscle loss. And don't overlook potassium, another gift from this humble fruit. It helps prevent nighttime leg cramps, a common complaint as we age. Even more impressive? Despite its sweet taste, kiwi has a low glycemic index, meaning it won't spike your blood sugar. A big win, especially for those managing diabetes. It's also low in sodium, another plus for heart health. And kiwi is gentle on the digestive system. It may seem small, but this simple bedtime ritual can create a noticeable difference in how you feel in the morning. Stronger, more rested, more steady. That's the quiet power of 2 kiwis. Now that we've explored the quiet power of fruit, let's turn to something more familiar. Something most of us have cracked open countless times. Perhaps with toast at breakfast, or baked into a family recipe passed down through generations. Let's talk about eggs. It might surprise you to hear that this humble kitchen staple, so often tied to morning meals, can be a powerful ally for your muscles at night, especially if you're over 60. Let me introduce you to Lean. She's 68, cheerful and warm, the kind of woman who always brings fresh fruit to every community gathering. But during one of our wellness workshops, she shared something vulnerable. "When I get up in the morning," she said with a little laugh, "my legs wobble like overcooked noodles." She wasn't joking. Despite eating well during the day, she often skipped food after sunset, thinking it would help her sleep better. But instead, she kept waking up feeling unstable, drained, and just off. So, we made one gentle adjustment. One soft-boiled egg, eaten about an hour before bedtime. That's it. 2 weeks later, Lean told me, "I didn't expect much, but I don't feel wobbly anymore. I feel steady again." That's what the right kind of protein at the right time can do for an aging body. You see, eggs are what nutritionists call a complete protein. They contain all 9 essential amino acids that the body needs for muscle repair and maintenance. Most importantly, they're particularly rich in leucine, an amino acid that directly stimulates muscle protein synthesis. Think of leucine as the on switch for rebuilding muscle. Without enough of it, your body struggles to make meaningful repairs, especially overnight. And here's the challenge many seniors face. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to small amounts of protein. What once worked in your 30s or 40s, say, a small serving of chicken, may no longer be enough to maintain muscle health at 60 or 70. That's why it's so important to include a concentrated, high-quality protein source, like eggs, particularly in the evening, when your body does its deepest repair work. One large egg delivers around 6 grams of protein and 500 to 600 milligrams of leucine, a powerful dose for muscle maintenance. And unlike heavy dinners, a soft-cooked egg is light, easy on digestion, and won't interfere with your sleep. But eggs offer more than just protein. They also contain vitamin D, a nutrient many older adults are deficient in, especially if you don't get much sunlight. Vitamin D isn't just important for bones, it plays a key role in muscle function, balance, and coordination. Then there's choline, a lesser-known but essential nutrient that supports nervous system health. It helps your brain send stronger, clearer signals to your muscles, critical for preventing falls and maintaining independence. Now, let's briefly address the elephant in the room: cholesterol. Eggs were once unfairly demonized for their cholesterol content, but modern research tells a different story. For most people, Eating one egg per day does not increase heart disease risk. In fact, eggs can even improve your cholesterol profile by increasing the good HDL cholesterol. Of course, how you cook your egg matters. Soft-boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled in olive oil, soft-boiled, or poached are your best options. Avoid frying in butter or pairing eggs with processed meats like bacon, which can undermine the benefits. And if you have difficulty chewing or simply prefer something gentle before bed, a soft egg is one of the easiest proteins to digest. No effort, no strain, just quiet nourishment. In the end, it's not about eating more, it's about eating smart. A simple egg before bed won't just fill you up, it will help rebuild you from the inside out while you rest 3. Pumpkin seeds. Tiny seeds. Deep recovery. Now let's move from soft proteins to something small, crunchy, and often overlooked, yet quietly powerful. Pumpkin seeds. Yes, those little green seeds you might toss on a salad or forget in a jar at the back of your pantry. They may not look like much, but when it comes to overnight muscle recovery, they pack a surprising punch. Let me introduce you to Harold. Harold is 72, a retired gardener with weathered hands and a kind smile. Years spent tending soil and lifting tools gave him strength, but more recently, he began noticing something unsettling. "I wake up every morning with tight legs," he told me. "No matter how long I sleep, my muscles feel like they never fully relaxed. I stretch, I move, but the stiffness doesn't go away." We took a look at Harold's evening habits. His meals were balanced, his sleep routine consistent. But something was missing. Magnesium. Magnesium is a critical mineral for muscle relaxation. Without enough of it, your muscles may stay partially contracted, even while you sleep, leading to morning tightness, cramps, and restlessness. And here is the good news. Pumpkin seeds are one of the best natural sources of magnesium. Just 1 ounce, about a small handful, provides nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs. That's an incredible gift from such a tiny seed. When Harold began adding pumpkin seeds to his evening routine, just a spoonful or 2 before bed, the change was undeniable, he said. "I feel looser in the morning, not so stiff, like my body finally got the chance to rest." But magnesium isn't the only secret inside these seeds. Pumpkin seeds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to produce serotonin and eventually melatonin, the hormones that regulate mood and sleep. While tryptophan alone won't knock you out, combining it with magnesium creates a calming synergy that helps your body ease into deeper, more restorative sleep. And as we've discussed before, deep sleep is when your muscles do their most important healing work. But we're not done yet. Pumpkin seeds are also a solid source of plant-based protein, about 7 grams per ounce. That means they not only help you sleep, they feed your muscles steadily through the night, giving your body the amino acids it needs to repair and grow stronger. Unlike fast-digesting foods that spike and crash, pumpkin seeds digest slowly, offering gentle, sustained nourishment, ideal for overnight recovery. They also contain zinc, a vital mineral for cell repair, immune health, and hormone production. This is especially important for men over 60, as zinc supports healthy testosterone levels, which are directly tied to muscle maintenance, strength, and vitality. All of this from one small seed. So, how do you enjoy them? Keep it simple. A tablespoon or 2 before bed is all you need. Eat them plain, lightly toasted, or sprinkled over a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt if you want a little extra protein. Make sure they're unsalted, especially if you're managing high blood pressure, and store them in an airtight jar so they stay fresh and full of their natural oils. If you're someone who prefers not to eat heavy food at night, pumpkin seeds are a gentle option. Light on the stomach, but heavy in benefits. They may be small, but these seeds are nature's quiet gift to your muscles, your nerves, and your rest. A simple handful before bed, and your body wakes up a little more relaxed, a little more supported, and ready to move with greater ease. 4. Cottage cheese. The silent strength of nighttime recovery. So far, we've explored fruit, eggs, and seeds, each with its own way of helping your body heal and restore strength while you sleep. But now, let's turn to something you might not expect. Something simple, humble, maybe even forgotten in the back of your fridge. Cottage cheese. Yes, those soft, lumpy spoonfuls your grandmother may have eaten before bed. They're more powerful than they look. Let me tell you about Martha. She's 76, wise, sharp as a tack, always carrying a book under her arm. But over the past year, she'd begun to notice a quiet change. Climbing stairs felt harder. Getting out of the car took more effort. Her legs didn't feel grounded anymore. Her doctor called it aging, but that explanation didn't sit right with her. She knew her body was trying to say something. It just needed the right support. So we tried one small change. A few spoonfuls of low-fat cottage cheese about 30 minutes before bed. No heavy meal, no big adjustment, just a soft, calming ritual to end her day. 3 weeks later, she looked at me and said, "It's like my body finally got the memo. I wake up with more energy. I feel stable again." What made the difference? The answer lies in a unique protein that sets cottage cheese apart: casein. Unlike whey protein, which digests quickly, casein is slow digesting. It gradually releases amino acids into your bloodstream over several hours, providing steady nourishment for your muscles throughout the night. This slow, sustained release is exactly what aging muscles need. Why? Because during sleep, your body enters repair mode. But if you haven't eaten enough protein, or if that protein digests too fast, your body might actually start breaking down muscle tissue to fuel itself. That's the last thing you want when you're already facing age-related muscle loss. Cottage cheese solves that problem beautifully. Just a few spoonfuls keep your bloodstream rich with the amino acids your muscles need to rebuild, restore, and grow stronger. Quietly, gently, while you sleep. But there's more. Cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, the powerful amino acid we talked about earlier with eggs. Leucine acts like a switch, telling your body it's time to build muscle. The beauty here is in the pairing. Eggs give you a quick push. Cottage cheese gives you a long, steady hand. And if you're concerned about blood sugar, here's good news. Cottage cheese is naturally low in carbohydrates, especially the plain, low-fat kind. It won't cause insulin spikes or nighttime crashes. In fact, the slow protein release may actually help stabilize blood sugar overnight. Ideal for people managing diabetes or pre-diabetes. It's also a smart choice for those watching blood pressure. Choose low-sodium versions, which are widely available now. And if heart health is a concern, go for 1% or low-fat varieties to limit saturated fat, while still reaping all the benefits. Now, let's talk texture. Some love cottage cheese just as it is, cool, creamy, and slightly tangy. Others prefer to mix it with something familiar, a few banana slices, a dash of cinnamon, or even a little kiwi from earlier. Just be sure to keep it light. Remember, this is a signal to your body, not a meal. Here's what you need. Rest. Now, I'll take care of the rest. There's no prep, no cooking, just a spoon, a quiet moment, and one of the most effective nighttime supports you can offer your body after 60. Because sometimes strength doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing one simple thing consistently, with care. And cottage cheese is just that. A silent hero working gently through the night to help you rise stronger in the morning. So here we are. 4 simple foods. No powders, no pills, no complicated meal plans. Just a kiwi, a soft egg, a handful of pumpkin seeds, or a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese. Each one a small gesture of care, a gentle message to your body that says, I haven't forgotten you. I'm still here. I still believe in you. Because the truth is, you don't need to overhaul your life to feel strong again. You don't need to chase after intense workouts or chase down every new health trend. What your body needs most after 60 is not intensity. It's consistency. Just a few small choices made regularly with love and intention can create real change. Not overnight, but quietly, gradually, sustainably, while you sleep. You see, aging doesn't mean giving up strength. It means rediscovering it in new ways. That steady hand on the banister. That moment when you rise from a chair without hesitation. The confidence to walk a little farther, stand a little taller, and trust your body again. Those moments are built in the quiet hours when you choose to give your muscles what they need to heal. And what they need isn't always big. Sometimes it's just a piece of fruit, a softly cooked egg, a spoonful of something simple and nourishing. Nothing loud, nothing flashy, just deeply supportive. These foods aren't just fuel. They're acts of kindness toward your future self. They say, I want you to move freely. I want you to feel steady. I want you to wake up tomorrow a little stronger than today. That's the magic of nighttime nutrition. That's the quiet promise of caring for your body, even as the day winds down. So tonight, instead of going to bed, feeling like strength is slipping away, try one small thing. Peel a kiwi. Boil an egg. Toast a few pumpkin seeds. Spoon out some cottage cheese. Feel the warmth of that simple act. Let it be your ritual, your quiet investment in a stronger morning. And remember, you are still capable of rebuilding. Your muscles are still listening. Your body still responds to care, no matter your age. At Golden Years Wellness, we believe that aging should be a journey of empowerment, not decline. That every choice you make, no matter how small, is a step toward more vitality, more balance, and more joy. So, tell me, which of these bedtime foods are you most curious to try first? Leave a comment below. I read every one. Your experience could inspire someone else in our community who is ready to begin their own journey back to strength. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to Golden Years Wellness. This is a space where we share simple, science-backed solutions to help you feel your best after 60, after 70, and beyond. Because strong legs, steady mornings, and a well-rested body, they're not luxuries, they're your birthright. And it all begins tonight, with one peaceful bite at a time.